Once upon a time there lived a curious kitten named Luna who loved to gaze up at the stars and dream about space. Every night, Luna would sneak out of her house and climb onto the roof to get a better view of the glittering night sky. She wondered what it would be like to visit the planets and meet the aliens that lived there. One warm summer night, as Luna was stargazing from her favorite spot on the roof, she noticed a bright light zooming towards her from the sky. She shielded her eyes with her paw as the glowing object came closer and closer. To her surprise, the light slowed down as it approached and came to land right next to her. Once the dust settled, Luna peered into the crater and saw a tiny silver spaceship. The hatch opened with a hiss and out climbed the smallest alien Luna had ever seen. "Hello," said the alien in a friendly voice. "My name is Zoom and my spaceship broke down. Can you help me?" Luna was shocked that an actual alien was sitting on her roof, but she mustered her courage to reply, "Hi Zoom, my name's Luna. I'd be happy to help." After inspecting the damage to his ship, Luna brought Zoom back to her house to gather supplies. They raided the pantry for food and water and emptied a drawer to store tools. Zoom knew a lot about spaceship mechanics, so Luna fetched her dad's toolbox, some spare parts and even an old computer to use. The pair headed back to the roof, arms overflowing with everything they had gathered. For the rest of the night, Luna and Zoom worked diligently to get the spaceship fixed. The hours flew by as they tinkered, tightened bolts, charged batteries and bypassed broken circuits. By the time morning rays peeked over the horizon, Zoom's ship was ready for intergalactic travel once more. Luna could hardly believe she had met and befriended a real live alien from outer space. As the first hints of dawn approached, Zoom said it was time for him to head home. Luna felt sad, she didn't want her new friend to leave. Zoom invited Luna to come visit him on his home planet. He explained that his people were normally quite cautious about visitors, but he told them all about how Luna selflessly helped him. In gratitude, they agreed she could voyage to their world. Luna was overjoyed, a trip to real live alien planet. It was a dream come true. Luna promised her parents she would be careful before boarding Zoom's spaceship. They were fascinated to meet a real alien but also worried about their young kitten traveling so far. Zoom assured he would protect Luna as they embarked on the interstellar trip. With a rumble and roar, the spacecraft blasted off, catapulting them through Earth's atmosphere. Luna gazed back at the planet she called home. It grew smaller and smaller as they hurtled into the endless darkness of space. Luna could hardly sit still as they whizzed through the Milky Way. She peppered Zoom with questions. "How fast are we going? What's that giant comet? Have you been to other planets?" Zoom patiently answered her never-ending curiosity and showed her amazing cosmic wonders. Luna felt like the luckiest kitten as she took it all in from the co-pilot seat. After what seemed like both forever and no time at all, Zoom announced their arrival. "Next stop, my home planet." He expertly maneuvered the ship into orbit around an iridescent purple and green marble. Luna gazed in awe through the window at this new alien world known as Zenaria. The colorful planet was dotted with space cities both large and small. Zoom's home was located in a bustling metropolis he called Star City. Luna could hardly contain her excitement as the ship broke through the atmosphere of Zenaria. Zoom piloted them gently downward, pointing out famous landmarks and telling stories about his home. He showed Luna the Zenarian Science Academy where he studied astrophysics and the park where he played zero-gravity kickball as a kid. Soon Zoom's ship whooshed between the glittering spires of Star City, heading towards the spaceport. Luna took in everything she could through the window, snapping pictures and asking a million questions. She knew this was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. As the ship landed at the spaceport, Luna saw Zoom's whole family waiting at the gate, his parents, younger siblings, and even his space poodle Star. They welcomed Luna warmly, thanking her again for repairing Zoom's ship. Then they all headed to Zoom's house so Luna could rest from her long journey. The inside of Zoom's house was like nothing Luna had ever seen before. The walls and furniture were all ultra-modern space-age design. Zoom's little sister Zaza showed Luna the anti-gravity chamber where she liked to bounce around for fun. Then Zoom's mom served a delicious alien dinner made from foods like Nova squash, comet corn, and milk from a Xenarian space cow. Luna loved experiencing their yummy intergalactic cuisine. After their meal, Luna could hardly keep her eyes open. Space travel had made her tired. Zoom showed her to the guest room where she could sleep. Luna snuggled into the cozy hovering bed as Zoom said goodnight. "I'm so glad you're visiting our planet," he told her. "Tomorrow, the real fun begins when I show you around Star City." Luna smiled as she drifted off to sleep, excited for the adventures tomorrow would bring on this fascinating alien world. The next morning, Luna eagerly jumped out of bed, ready to explore. After a tasty breakfast of starberry pancakes, she and Zoom headed out for a tour of his hometown. Their first stop was the Intergalactic Space Zoo, where Luna met animals from across the universe. There were two-headed Xenarian zoables, glittering space butterflies, and a giant cosmic dragon. Luna loved watching these amazing extraterrestrial creatures. Next, Zoom took Luna ziplining over Star City. They soared high above the dizzying heights of skyscrapers, bridges, and flying cars. Luna whooped with joy as she zoomed overhead, getting an aerial view of the sprawling alien metropolis. She promised Zoom they'd have to go again. Ziplining was her new favorite thing. After grabbing a snack of comet dogs and nebula shakes at a space food stand, they headed to the Star City spaceport. Luna got to look around alien space shuttles, rockets, and saucers. Zoom introduced her to some of his fellow students at the Xenarian Space Academy. They were impressed with how Luna, a young kitten, had traveled all the way from Earth to visit their planet. That night, Zoom held a party in Luna's honor so all his friends could meet the brave Earth kitten. The Xenarian kids thought Luna was so awesome for fixing a spaceship and joining Zoom on his wild adventure. They crowded around asking questions and begging to hear her stories. Luna felt like a celebrity on Xenaria. She promised to stay in touch with all her new friends once she returned home. For the rest of her stay on Xenaria, Luna packed in as much fun as possible. She visited an alien art museum, went moon bowling, watched a supernova fireworks show, and rode the roller coasters at the Cosmic Carnival. Every day was more exciting than the last. But soon it was time for Luna to return home before her worried parents missed her too much. After tearful goodbyes with Zoom and promises to visit again soon, Luna boarded the little silver saucer. As Xenaria disappeared behind them, Luna realized how much she would miss her new alien friends. But she knew she would cherish these amazing memories forever. Zoom vowed to come check on her whenever he passed Earth on his space travels. When Luna's ship safely touched down in her backyard and she reunited with her anxious parents, she regaled them with the story of her unbelievable space vacation. They could hardly believe all their young kitten had experienced. Luna knew she would never see the night sky in the same way again. She kept in touch with Zoom and his family through interstellar communicators and dreamed of more space adventures to come. Luna's extraterrestrial encounter left her with a greater appreciation of the wonders the universe holds. Once upon a time there was a young girl named Sophia who loved unicorns more than anything. She had unicorn posters covering her bedroom walls, shelves filled with unicorn figurines, and even unicorn pajamas that she wore to bed each night. Every year on her birthday Sophia wished for the same thing, to meet a real live unicorn. On the morning of Sophia's 10th birthday, she woke up to find a large box sitting at the foot of her bed wrapped in shiny paper and tied with a big pink bow. Sophia quickly unwrapped the box and gasped when she opened it. Inside was a beautiful crystal unicorn horn. She raced downstairs where her parents were waiting and shouted, "Is this real?" Sophia's dad chuckled and said, "Why don't you make a wish and see what happens?" Sophia held the crystal horn tightly, squeezed her eyes shut, and wished with all her might to meet a real unicorn. Suddenly, a bright light began to shine from the horn and with a pop, a beautiful white unicorn with a rainbow mane and tail appeared in Sophia's bedroom. "My name is Starlight," said the unicorn. "Your wish brought me here and now you get one day as an honorary unicorn." Sophia was so excited she could barely speak. Starlight invited Sophia to climb onto her back and hold on to her mane. With a flap of her powerful wings, Starlight soared out the window and they began flying over the countryside. Sophia felt like she was in a dream, soaring through the clouds and seeing the world below from the back of a magical unicorn. After a thrilling flight, Starlight took Sophia down to a beautiful, hidden forest glade. The trees glowed with rainbow colors and a crystal-clear stream bubbled through the mossy grass. Then with her horn, Starlight traced a giant rainbow-colored circle on the ground. "This is a magic portal to Unicornia, where the unicorns live. Grab my tail and I'll lead you through," said Starlight. Sophia held onto Starlight's tail as they jumped through the portal. Sophia felt like she was flying through a rainbow tunnel. They popped out the other side and Sophia gasped in amazement. She was surrounded by more unicorns than she could count, all different colors with beautiful, unique markings. Unicornia was a breathtaking paradise filled with rainbow waterfalls, crystal caves, and lush forests. Starlight gave Sophia a tour of amazing places like the sparkling falls where the water sparkled with glitter, the starlight fields where the grass was dotted with tiny glowing stars, and the bubbling bog where bubbles magically floated through the air. Then they played fantastic unicorn games like Horn Limbo, where they limboed under enchanted tree branches, and Rainbow Racers, where they raced down rainbow slides that curled and looped through the sky. After a day of adventures, it was time for Sophia to return home. Starlight told her, "Anytime you wish, you can return to Unicornia with the magic crystal horn." Then Starlight flew Sophia home and soared back through the rainbow portal, which disappeared in a flash. Sophia excitedly told her parents everything that had happened, but they just smiled and nodded. They thought she had a wonderful imagination, but of course unicorns weren't real. But Sophia knew the truth in her heart. And from that day forward, any time she wished, she could use the magic crystal horn to visit her friend Starlight for incredible adventures in the fantastic, magical world of Unicornia.